What individual differences in divers does a dive master have to be prepared to accommodate? Skill. Okay, kita tak mengharapkan yang kita ni very skillful. Kita pun macam saya ni sendiri pun masih dalam proses pembelajaran. Kadang-kadang pun ke laut juga kita punya buoyancy ni kan. Tapi kita tunjukkan, bagi tahulah, keep reminding. Okay. Dan apabila kita deal dengan group of certified divers ni, mereka background dia mereka berbeza-beza. Ada yang novice diver ni baru certified. Dan diorang ni jarang-jarang turun dive. And season diver ni otai lah. Okay. Dan diorang punya skill level tu berbeza-beza. Tapi kita dah groupkan diorang tu together. So macam mana kita nak handle on that situation? Kita mesti bertindak adil pada semua orang. Kita observe diorang punya skill dulu. Mungkin diorang request untuk buat refresher. Refresher, of course, dive master ada qualification untuk handle on your own. Okay, tak perlukan instructor pun. You can handle the refresher dulu. Dekat situlah kita evaluate diorang punya capability ataupun skill diorang. Okay, tengok je. Tapi jangan tegur. Sebab itu akan jadi kita punya bahan rujukan nanti. Untuk kita tetapkan dekat mana kita nak letak dia orang ni masa besok pagi dive. Kita tanya Izam lah. Sekarang ni kau ada macam 5 orang diver yang kau kena guide. 3 orang novice diver, 2 orang season diver. You 1 orang. Dekat mana kau nak letakkan dia 2 orang ni? Adakah novice diver di depan ataupun season diver di depan, dan dekat mana your position?
Okay, first I'll pair the novice and the season diver, and then I will put the season diver at the back lah. The novice diver in front, and I will be in front leading the group.
Buddy team macam mana? Novice dengan novice dengan season satu buddy ya?
Yeah.
2 novice diver, 3 season diver. So how do you buddy? Novice dengan novice?
Novice dengan season, and then 1 novice tu I handle, buddy dengan saya.
Ada cadangan lain tak? Syahril, sorry. Syahril, what do you think? Cadangan Izam. Do you have any, kita ulang ya, kita ada 2 novice, 3 season. Yeah. Macam mana kita buat, macam mana kita badikan, macam mana position kita? 3 novice, 2 season. Maknanya Izam kata novice dengan novice, lepas tu satu novice.
Novice dengan season.
Lepas tu yang lagi seorang?
Satu dengan DM.
Satu dengan DM. Betul.
Satu dengan DM, maknanya yang season diver yang tak ada body ni kena pergi kat depan.
Tak. Season diver kan ada 2.
Okay, fine. Okay, teruskan.
Okay. Satu season diver buddy dengan satu novice diver.
Okay.
Okay. And then the other season diver will buddy dengan lagi satu novice diver. Okay. Yeah. So dah 4 And 1 novice diver will be handled by the dive master.
Ya. Betul. Setuju.
Zuhairi ada bangkangan tak? Ataupun awak ada cadangan yang lain yang you rasa lebih praktikal?
Tak ada, saya setuju. Sebab kalau kat Bayu dulu kita pun buat macam tu.
Novice dengan season, lepas tu lagi satu season tu dia pergi kat depan.
Novice dengan DM.
Novice dengan DM dekat depan.
Nak tanya sikit boleh?
Yes, please.
Is it possible kalau dia kata buddy ni berdua lah, tapi kalau buddy ni dia kata jadikan 2 grup pun boleh kan?
Boleh, itulah.
Dia tak spesifik kan?
Buddy team. Itulah
buddy
saya nak
kan?
So mungkin tapi tak ada masalah.
Ya.
Izam punya cadangan pun is practical.
Betul.
Maknanya kalau satu, sebab yang terakhir tu yang tak ada buddy tu di novice. Patut akulah buddy dia. But boleh juga novice dengan novice tu kita groupkan together dalam buddy team. Tetapi yang sakit tu kesianlah dekat season diver tu. Pasal yang 2 orang tu ke laut dia pula kena jaga pula kan. So mungkin buddy team tu sebab dia ganjil kan. So yang buddy team tu mungkin season diver tu tak seronok lah. Dia tu nak enjoy tapi at the end aku punya buddy pun aku kena jaga dia punya buoyancy kan.
Okey, sekejap saya ada cadangan. Kalau tiga novice, 2 experience.
Yeah.
Alright. So the novice can be buddy with one novice, and another one novice can buddy with dive master, and experienced one dua-dua pair tapi duduk belakang. So dia boleh santai-santai, at the same time dia boleh sweep belakang.
So why? Kenapa you groupkan novice dengan novice?
Because senang kita nak dive master depan, nak perhatikan dua-dua sekali kat depan instead of dia pecah kepada 2.
Maknanya you depan, lepas tu novice buddy tu kat belakang you,
Yeah,
lepas tu belakang tu season diver.
Yeah, season diver dia santai-santai sebab dia nak take time, enjoy.
Kalau if you tanya my personal opinion, because nobody is wrong. Zuhairi, Syahril dengan Izam bukan salah. Tapi I would prefer I as a dive master, dive guide di depan, di belakang I one buddy team of a novice, 2 orang. Lepas tu di belakang dia ada seorang lagi novice dengan seorang season. Tetapi make sure that diorang tu ngam, kawan. Supaya dia tak komplain lah. And lepas tu yang season seorang lagi tu dekat belakang supaya dia boleh macam pantau yang kesemua sekali. Supaya dia tak tertinggal. Kalau selalunya yang dia akan tertinggal kat belakang. So I think yang novice tu biar diorang groupkan together. Sebab yang season diver tu dia orang nak macam, dia tak nak buat kerja sebenarnya. Kan dia nak macam chill. Sebab kalau kau bagi dia satu body yang buoyancy pun aku yang kena jaga, dia rasa macam tak seronok dia punya diver. Dia buang masa macam tu. Macam seolah-olah dia punya tanggungjawab. Memang tanggungjawab dia. Tapi dia tak nak dibebankan dengan menjaga orang lain punya buoyancy macam tu. Macam safety stop pun aku yang kena pegang dia kan. Macam tu kan. So I think
the best way kalau kita nak badikan since let's say the novice and the apa ni tu baru jumpa hari tu kan, just minta permission and then minta doang tu, then kita decide lah what to do kan, boleh juga macam tu kan.
ya betul. Tapi kalau dia orang couple, kita tak boleh mempisahkan dia orang jaga.
Ya betul. Kita
Oi,
kahwin.
marah boyfriend ni weh. Kan kau cek pasal je. Kau dah lah ambil girlfriend ni jadi body kau. Cek pasal lu. If they are different skill, but they are couple, then you have no choice. Unless they request. Dia kata aku nak dengan kawan aku. So dia nak girlfriend dia dengan dive guide. Selamat. Dia kata macam tu. Then it's okay. Or else, you better group them together, the couple. They don't mind. Walaupun dia punya girlfriend dia ke laut kan, buoyancy ke laut, dia don't mind, dia suka macam tu. So depends. Tengok situation, tengok background dia orang. Physical challenge, kita very sensitive dengan ability seseorang. Katalah yang berhormat Ras Adi Barazi, certified dah kan. Dia group, dia turun, dia seorang aja lumpuh. Yang lain semua okey. So you have to be very, dia dah tahu dah adaptive diving techniques. Tapi kita we have to be very sensitive to apply macam mana cara dia orang dive. Okay, kita tak boleh nak ketat sangat dengan cara orang normal diving. Okay, orang pekak. Okay, we have to be very sensitive kepada dia punya adaptive. Dia orang ni because I pernah mengajar group of orang pekak, dia ada hearing aid, dia boleh dengar dia macam gema-gema macam tu je sebenarnya. Tapi kita suruh dia pakai, cakap, lepas tu kita suruh dia buka dan we start to learn ataupun bagi tahu signal language dengan dia punya translator. Itu. Ataupun dia punya equipment dia tu ada satu macam. So kita have to be ni jangan kata kau tak boleh pakai yang ni, kau kena ambil yang rental punya. Dia bawa daripada jauh, dia beli mahal, lepas tu kau suruh dia guna rental. Kan? Okay? Entries and exit. Yang ni selalu obese. Orang yang gemuk, dia tak boleh. Dia ataupun dia ni spine. Okay? Kita has to be very sensitive. Kita offer, tapi dia kena bagi tahulah, kita kena tahulah yang dia ni ada spine problem kan, dia tak boleh angkat berat. So normally orang yang begini, dia tak buat back roll. Dia tak buat pun giant stride. Kita campak dia punya equipment dalam air, dia terjun, baru dia pakai equipment dia at the surface. Kau suruh dia pakai, dia buat, tapi dia akan complain lah sakit. Dan dia jenis-jenis yang senyap yang tak nak bagi tahu tu. Okay, dia orang ni obesity dengan orang yang ada sakit tulang belakang. Dia tak boleh angkat berat. So cara dia berbeza ataupun dia ada cara-cara tertentu. So you have to ask ataupun you suggest cara yang sesuai untuk diorang buat. You have to be very sensitive kepada capabilities diorang. Dan equipment yang canggih-canggih manggil diorang lah. Kadang-kadang transmitter diorang letak dekat atas kan. Transmitter pasal dia tak ada gauge. Dia pakai Garmin. Garmin tengok dekat ni je, dia pakai transmitter. So dia kata, apa ni buka? Kau je yang tak tahu. Kan? Lepas tu kau suruh buka. Dia beli sampai 6,000 kot. Learning challenges. Find out what learning method works best for the diver. Different cultures. Yang ini pun amat sensitif kepada keadaan di Malaysia ni yang multicultural. So, kita tengok kalau diorang ni ada very sensitive kepada waktu solat, kita have to be back before maghrib. Macam tu. Ni paling selalunya night dive. Dia turun masa maghrib. Ya Allah, kau ni kan. It's either you go before maghrib calls and come back sebelum isyak ataupun tunggu sampai habis maghrib. Itu kalau yang betul-betul. Kalau yang tak kisah tu tak apa. Okay. You have to be very sensitive. Diorang akan, because I have experienced that. Dia kata dia nak solat dulu. Kata, macam mana ni? Tak ada masalah. Sebab selalunya kita pergi turun pun pukul 7 masa during after maghrib. Tapi kalau kita betul pukul 11 malam, ada masalah ke? Tak ada kan? Lepas isyak pun okey. Kasih dia orang makan dulu. Kita turun lepas isyak ke lepas maghrib? Tanya dia. Mana dia senang? So dia kata, nak solat maghrib dulu. Okey. Kita turun lewat sikit lah. Orang turun dulu. Aku bawa dia orang ni dalam 8.30 macam tu. Tapi dia orang dia kena yang grup lain pasal night dive selalu kan shore je. Okay. You have to be very sensitive to the cultures. Behavior, responsible. Encourage responsible behavior and be aware of divers who put themselves and others at risk. Others at risk maksud dia punya alternate air source dia tak function pasal dia kata bukan aku yang pakai, orang lain yang pakai. So no. So you better advise untuk guna yang rental lah. Pasal benda tu free flow. Kita kan ada macam-macam lah. Will come across nanti. Okay. What are the 6 characteristics of responsible diver behavior? 6 ni yang penting. Make sure they are dive within their limits. Sebab sekiranya ada dive accidents, insurance akan bayar sekiranya benda tu memang genuine punya accident. Tetapi benda tu ada dekat dia punya dive computer tau. Kau 18 meter, dia buka dive computer dia, kau kantoi tau. Pasal dia dah pergi 25. Insurance tak nak bayar. Simple reason. You exceed your limit and you have signed the standard and dive practices. Insurance tak bayar. Happen. Yes, because I IDC staff ada handle satu case, mati. Bukti dia ambil dive computer je. Dia tengok over limit. lebih daripada 18 meter. So tak apalah, biarlah orang lain kata, alah kau ni ikut aja standard. It's okay. You are not doing anything wrong. You just adhere to the standard of PADI. Sekiranya apa-apa masalah, boleh buat je lah. Tapi kalau ada masalah, kau jawab je lah. Use required equipment, maintain equipment properly. Behavior kita punya equipment pun tunggal langgang. Kita pula nak membetulkan kita punya equipment, yang lain semua okey. Orang pula nak tunggu kita, which is not professional. Check air supply frequently. You as a dive guide, every 5 minutes, kalau boleh, tunjuk. Kalau dia kata lebih daripada 150, tak payah nak cakap 150. Dia okey pun okey dah. Tapi just keep reminding them. Check how much your air. Okay? Stay well within no stop limit and avoid contact with aquatic life. Okay? Kalau diorang pegang, diorang touching, diorang ni selalunya dia pakai ni glove. Dah mula pakai glove, dah mula nak pegang semua sekali benda. So, make sure yang pakai glove tu tak apa, bagilah diorang pakai. Tapi they have the responsible to avoid contact. Be a good role model. Remind divers of responsible behavior. Make responsible behavior easier and logistically, and reward responsible behavior. How you reward? Cakap bagus lah, terima kasih. Bagus, sebut nama dia, cakap terima kasih, semua dia bagus. You share your experience, make their dive trip to a memorable. Dan dia ingat. Dan insya-Allah diorang akan datang lagi kat kita. Tengok, percayalah rezeki kita. Kita buat baik dekat orang buat baik. Kalau setengah-setengah tu dia bagi tips lagi, alhamdulillah. Okay? Benda tu kita buat baik kat orang, buat baik kat kita balik. Yang paling penting as a dive master, apa Rizam yang paling penting?
Professional.
No. Kita belajar minggu lepas. Sabar.
Oh.
Sabar. Banyak.
Professional.
Sabar. Sabar je. Iakan aja. Okay. Perangai macam-macam. Kita sabar je. Iakan. Okay. Sabar. Paruh daripada iman. Indirect techniques to estimate skill levels and stress during pre-dive interaction. Kita check assessing condition, coffee age factor, tengok dia punya equipment tu dah season ke, boleh ke pakai ni. Kita janganlah tolak. Kita tengok macam lain macam, ini zaman dulu punya, zaman 60-an. Dia bawa. Ini macam lain macam ni kan. So, janganlah tolak. Test lah. As long as dia punya inflator hose tu okay, service, dia punya buoyancy dah full inflate okay, dah okay lah. Watch the diver's behavior. Look for signs of stress or lack of experience. Macam mana? Kita akan refer kepada next slide. Macam mana kita access orang tu punya experience level? Macam saya bagi tahu dengan awal, yang paling senang, kita check dia punya logbook. Kita minta dia punya card, kita minta dia punya logbook. Wow. 50 dive. So you ada interview the diver juga, kita boleh tanya. Kita kena ada relationship lah dengan diver-diver baru, dah tak kenal kan. So kalau kita tak ada macam relationship, satu grup diver datang ni kita tak kenal, kita baru, susah nak bekerja. So kalau kita dah break the ice, kita dah kenal ini siapa, yang ni siapa, ini siapa, dari mana semua sekali, selalu dive dekat mana, it's easier for us to decide on their trip kali ni. Okay? As long, kalau kita dah mesra dengan diorang ni. So yang paling awal tu masa diorang isi form lah. Kita tunjuk diorang form, lepas tu sambil-sambil tu kita bertanya lah. Make it informal. Okay? Tujuan dia kita nak korek dia punya experience. Supaya kita nak decide dekat mana. I think, ada 10 minutes. Okay, tak apa. I think kita sambung lagi lah macam biasa ya. Check the diver's logbook, sign and symptoms. Yang ni mungkin dekat dive rescue, kalau you dah masih ingat lah, kita tengok macam mana dia punya behavior yang awal sebelum dia jadi stres. Selalu cakap negatif, cakap banyak, berpeluh, berkerut. Dia punya ni berkerut. Kita tengok dia punya karakter. Okay? Physical stress, berpeluh-peluh. Setengah-setengah tu macam tak stres pun dia berpeluh sebab panas kan. That one lain case lah. Yang berpeluh expressing concern about the dive, takut. Dia ada macam nervousness dengan dia punya dive. Reports from other divers, macam kawan-kawan dia bagi tahu yang dia ni macam ni. Semalam dia dah bagi tahu dia. Itu semua jadi bahan rujukan kita yang mungkin keberangkalian besar dia akan stres. So you perhatikan aja bagaimana problem, anxiety, stress, panic. So kita punya peranan kita settle dia punya anxiety dulu. Excessive stress requires attention. So katalah macam risau sangat. Dia kata aku tak pernah pergi diving. Kata relax lah. Okay, aku bagi kau satu kompas. Kau ikut je direction. Atau ni kita turun ni, kau pastikan kau dekat dengan reef. Reef kau sebelah kiri. Kau ikut je reef tu. Jangan jauh. Lepas tu kau ikut belakang aku, jangan ke bawah, jangan ke atas. Kau tengok ke sebelah aku. Or you go side by side. Bagi dia encouragement yang begitu. Sebab mungkin macam ada my current kan. My current atau bit moderate macam tu kan. So dia dah takut. Macam tu kan. Relax. Turun pegang tali. Biar orang lain turun, kau pegang je tali. Kau pegang tali, tunggu aku kat bawah. Bagi that sort of encouragement. Avoid dia punya uncertainty. Dia takut. Tak tahu apa yang dia takut. Kalau berpeluh-peluh tu, kasih relax. Kasih dia buka dia punya wetsuit. Suruh dia terjun dulu. Berenang-berenang, pusing, float. Humor yang penting. Buat kelakar sikit tapi jangan jadi bangang sangat. Dia buat kelakar-kelakar sikit kan. Kalau bangang dia kata kau clown. Kata banyak cakap pada masa ni kan. Bagi dia relax. Dan share kau punya air. Kalau ada air, dia minum air. Bagi offer kau punya air. Coffee kau jangan, coffee mahal. Plain water is the best. Predive, overheating boleh jadi stres. Dia dah pakai dah punya takut, dia dah pakai dah kancing semua dah. Relax cakap kan. Itu akan jadi stres. Sebab dia dah stres, dia buka. Stop Diver may explain dia punya problem, you listen. Listen what are the problems and try to encourage dia apa yang you boleh buat to counter. Dia kata dia takut hilang, dia kata dia takut tu. So you bagi alternatif, bagi cadangan. Kan kita dah belajar buat macam ni. Worst come to worst, bagi lanyard tu suruh dia pegang atau kita hook dekat dia punya BCD. Pegang aja kan. Use your best judgment. Tengok kita punya gerak hati, judge yourself. Ini yang cara terbaik yang aku boleh bantulah. Tapi kalau dia tetap tak nak, janganlah paksa. Dia dah bayar, lantak dia lah. Dia tak nak turun, jangan paksa. Kau paksa dia akan tuduh kau nanti kalau apa-apa berlaku. Sebab dalam safe and dive practices, kalau dia tak confident, dia tak nak, don't do it. Changing the diver's perception, the diver becoming able to cope with the stress. Example saya dah bagi, it's okay not to dive. So dia relax je. Dah buka lah. Relax je lah. Tengok je lah pemandangan atau you snorkel je. Relax je. Okay? So, kadang-kadang macam husband and wife kan. Wife dia bukannya nak dive sangat. Ikut laki dia je. Okay? So dia relax je. Relax, ambil gambar ke atas boat kan. Don't force. Let's do the exercise. Page 32 please. Izam, we start from you. Question number 1.
Divers have individual differences and you adapt your supervision techniques to meet their needs. Generally, divers with little experience want more guidance than do divers with ample experience.
Correct. Next, on the lines of Khairi.
Although it's important to be environmentally sensitive, diving in an environmentally sensitive manner is not considered a characteristic of responsible diver behavior. False.
Right. Kalau ada question, stop me. Okay, next we move on. Fahril.
Number 3, role model behavior is one way to encourage responsible diver behavior. True.
Yes. Number 4.
You see a diver who lets the SPG and computer console dangle unsecured. Based on this, you may suspect the diver may be a novice. Yes. Be unaware of environmentally sensitive techniques. Yes. Have a poor attitude towards responsible diving practices. Yes.
Right. That's one, Zuhairi.
Number 5, you notice a diver seems stressed about a dive and discover that it's due to fears of not having enough air to make the planned dive because the diver cylinder is only 2/3 full. To assist the diver, which of the following are examples of removing the stressor? A, giving the diver a full cylinder, and C, changing the plan so the dive is shorter and shallower.
Right. Ada apa-apa soalan ataupun jawapan yang lain? The third one, we shall go to dive supervision. What are the 4 aspects of supervision in managing dives? Adequate dive planning, proper environmental and dive assessments, equipment preparation, communicating clearly with divers, having a good vantage point, recognizing, anticipating, and identifying possible problems. What are the advantages of in-water versus out-of-water supervision? Out-of-water supervision ni selalunya tak ada dekat Malaysia. Cuma kalau certified divers, macam mana how experienced you are, you mesti guide dia kat bawah in-water juga. Tapi sebenarnya macam saya sebutkan, dive master ni tak sepatutnya pun dia turun ke bawah. Kot. Cuma kita buat bagi briefing aja. Janji dia turun, dia naik, selamat, it's okay. Kalau dia in water tu upon request, selalunya dive master tu dia akan dapat bayaran dia berbeza. Kalau out of water supervision, dia bayar sekian. Kalau dia in water, kita guide dia dalam air, dia bayaran dia lain. Tapi dekat Malaysia ni, certified ke, apa ke, novice ke, season ke, dia mesti ada guide. Dia macam tu kan. So, kalau ikutkan standard, ada in-water supervision and out-of-water supervision.
Okay, dive supervision management steps include planning, yes. Communication, yes. Recognition, yes. Vantage point, yes.
Right, number 2.
You are supervising divers who want to see a seahorse. You know where a seahorse habitat is, but it is small and it's difficult to describe how to find it. The divers do not mind staying in a single group. The vantage point you may choose for supervising is likely to be in water, leading the group. In water maksudnya kita ikut student kan. Kalau out water kita lepak atas boat aja ke apa ke kan.
Betul.
Okay.
Verse 3.
Equipment that can help you supervise certified divers includes dive roster, yes. Dive set map, yes. Emergency response equipment, yes. Toolkit, yes.
Right. So we proceed to
dive briefing.
Dive briefing. Dekat slate dalam crew pack, ada satu pack of dive slate. Dia punya title dive briefing. Ada tak?
Dive briefing guideline.
Yes. 10 points. Ada 10 points where you have perform, kena practice lah dulu, takkan nak buat perform nanti kan kemalu dengan certified divers kan. Apa punya dive master cakap pun tergagak-gagak tak apa kesana kesini kan. Tips dia, in order untuk kita cover kita punya dive briefing the 10 points, you have to have a good communication before a dive, helps in dive planning. Sebab kita dah mesra. Kita dah mesra dengan divers tu, so kita tak ada rasa nervous kita nak buat presentation briefing kita dengan divers tu. So kita dah kawan dah. And sets clear expectation on the important for dive safety and key to helping divers enjoy their dive. So you have to be briefing you on the practical aspect. Jangan dry, jangan kering, jangan macam monotonous, ada humor. Buat diorang tu macam kita satu presentation yang diorang happy. Adalah, kita mesti adalah kita belajar skill buat kelakar-kelakar sikit, tapi jangan apa kan kelakar-kelakar yang tak menjadi itu macam okay. Make it entertaining. Nama dia pun dive briefing. Nama dia pun briefing. So it has to be brief. Singkat, padat. Jangan cakap pasal negatif. Jangan menakut-nakutkan dia. And jangan over stressing on the hazard. Just remind them. Jangan cakap pasal bahaya, kemalangan. Jangan bagi dia macam memori-memori yang ataupun pengalaman-pengalaman yang negatif untuk diorang pada waktu sebelum turun air. Be realistic. Irrelevant stories tak payah nak cakap-cakap. Create some macam stories-stories yang fairy tales about Batu Malang. Macam tu kan. Tanyalah orang kampung macam tu kan. Apa cerita dongeng tentang Batu Malang tu atau Fan Canyon, dulu nama dia apa, kenapa dia jadi Fan Canyon, macam tu kan. Make it an interesting punya briefing. Keep diver comfort in mind. This one is dekat dalam you punya slate. First, this one I bagi tahu dulu, then you have to practice lah sebelum kita buat di depan certified divers or divers. First kali, you have to introduce yourself. Kalau you ada assistant, you introduce your assistant also. Also, you have to introduce the captain of the boat. Bagi diorang macam, wow, disebut nama aku kan. So diorang mesti tahu, my name is Faisal and I'm going to lead the dive. The instructor here is Faisal and our captain is A, Azwan. Kan? Kalau ada bagi tahu kru dia siapa yang ada dekat dalam introduce. Diorang tu ada siapa, dia akan macam ni akulah tu. Understand. Dive site name. Welcome to Batu Malang. Site description, topography, point of interest, hazard, conditions, depth, compass. Before kita bagi site description tu, kita sedikit sebanyak secara ringkas background of the dive site. Batu Malang. Apa sejarah Batu Malang tu? Kenapa nama dia Batu Malang? Batu Malang tu sebab tengok batu ni. Batu ni korang pergi lah Batu Malang kan?
Dah pergi dah, tapi apa cerita-cerita pun tak tahulah, ikut aje. Not well known lah site tu, maksud tak familiar sangat.
Okay, welcome to Batu Malang. Kenapa nama dia Batu Malang? Kalau ada Mak Saleh cakaplah Batu Malang ni unfortunate. Malang means unfortunate or unlucky. Why it is called unlucky? Sebab tengok batu ni, batu kan tersergam ke atas. Dia Batu Malang sebab sungguh pun air pasang, batu dekat atas tu tak kena air. Malang nasib dia. Mesti kan adalah kelakar sikit. Kan? Betul lah. Betul lah tu. Air pasang pun, batu tu tak cicah air. Walaupun air pasang. Okay, sebab itu nama dia Batu Malang. Tapi dive site ni tak adalah malang seperti nama dia. Topografi. Dive site kita cakap topografi dia macam mana. Dia ni satu round tapi dia ada mixture. Dia ada soft coral, dia punya landai. Dia punya landai depth dia kalau dekat reef aja dalam 16 meter macam tu aja. Kalau you dah pergi 18, maknanya pasir you dah pergi ke laut sikit. Pasal dia macam ni je. Ni Batu Malang, dia dive site. Dia punya dive site is about 16 meters. Point of interest. Apa yang kita boleh expect dekat situ? Dekat situ, kita akan lalu hard corals, kita akan lalu soft corals, kita akan lalu celah-celah batu dan kita akan dapat dekat sini ada penyu. Sometimes, I've seen lactic dekat situ. Hazard dia sebab when we start our dive, dia ada hard coral. Dia macam coral apa? Dia panggil coral-coral yang cabang-cabang tu horn. Iaitu kalau kepak, kata jaga you punya buoyancy when you start the dive. Because kita akan lalu hard corals. Take care of your buoyancy. Don't kick or harm the corals. Condition you cerita lah masa tu dekat sini calm and there will be a slightly very mild current. That compass heading. Okay, compass heading selalunya untuk Batu Malang ni it's either the boat will park dekat situ. Kita pergi half island, kita patah balik. Very unlikely lah dia pergi sampai pusing kat sana. Dive guide yang ataupun dive master yang tak experience tu, dia akan tunggu dekat sebelah sana. Batu tu besar, kau tak nampak dekat belah sana. So diver-diver kau tu akan naik atas menunggu. Yang boatman dia menunggu dekat sini. Yang diver dia dah menunggu, dah naik dekat belah sana. Lalu problem macam sebab your briefing is not clear and you don't communicate with the boatman. Kalau dah cakap okay boatman bang tunggu dekat sana ke parking kat sini je, dia akan cakap aku parking kat sini je, kau patah balik. Macam tu. So in your dive briefing you mention that we go half island, lepas tu at around 100 bar we gonna turn back, or when I show this signal I want you to turn back and head back and make sure this time your reef is on your left. Kita akan balik because the boat will wait for us at the same point where we descend. Compass heading, tak payahlah pasal kita dah bagi direction. Kalau misalnya, kalau dekat laut lepas macam tu, kita bagilah compass heading ni kita arah ke this way. Ikut aja the bearing macam tu. Very unlikely lah kalau macam laut lepas tu boat akan tunggu sana. Selalunya boat akan daripada atas. Facilities, cakap dekat condition dalam boat tu, dekat emergency, kalau ada rescue, the emergency bottle dekat belah mana. and dekat mana kita punya fasiliti yang lain seperti makan dan sebagainya, on the emergency sensor. Your role, okay, katalah kita ada 5 orang divers yang sama juga macam tadi, 3 novice, 2 season, and I will be following. So you said to the divers that I will be front. Faisal will be on at the back of the divers. So I want you, these 2 novice di belakang I, and you alone, you will buddy with me. So stay close together with your buddy and the rest dekat belakang. And Faisal will be the far behind. Entry and exit techniques. Tengok selalunya boat kat Tioman tu boat kecil-kecil lah. So entry, entry dekat belakang boat, we do back roll. You make sure that the water is clear out of the divers before you descend ataupun enter the water. Exit, bila you nak exit, make sure you take out your fin before you climb the ladder. Okay. Kalau misalnya, kalau setengah-setengah tu kita tengok dia obes, dia besar dan dia tak boleh nak panjat tangga walaupun tangga tu pendek, make sure dia tanggalkan dia punya weight belt dulu sebelum dia punya BCD. Then only you take out your fin, pass to the crew, and then you climb up slowly. That is point number 4. Point number 5, suggested course. Suggested course ni kita ingatkan at every time kita kena check kita punya remaining air. This is my signal. When I show this signal, I want to show you how much air you have. So you tunjuk, remind dia balik. This is 100. Kan separuh. 110, 120, 130. If below than 100, show like 90, 80, 70, 60. If let's say you are low on air, you show this signal. And close to your body, and we slowly end the dive, and remember to do 5 meters, 3 minutes, safety stop. Tunjuk. Okay, this is my signal for safety stop. Stay until your dive computer says end of the safety stop, and then slowly end your dive and wait for the boat to pick you up. If you don't have a dive computer, you can calculate manually for 3 minutes. You go up at the surface. To control, stay close to your body or body teams. Okay, emergency procedure. If you lost your body, remember to search for not more than a minute. What do you search for? You search for bubbles. Okay, they might be divers. It might be your body. If you can't find your body, abort the dive and go up slowly. You can do your safety stop or skip the safety stop, go up, remember to inflate your BCD and wait for the boat to pick you up. If you have an SMB, deploy your SMB and signal. That is on local protocol separation out of air. Diver recall procedures. Remember, if the captain of the boat bang, if we hear the banging of the ladder, means that there is a hazard at the surface. So you abort the dive, keep the safety stop, and abort the dive up at the surface. If you hear the boat, dia kena macam signal sekali lah. Here, boat, remember to stay down because there might be a dive boat at dekat surface, dekat atas, above us. Dekat macam tu. Stay bottom, wait until the sound disappear, then we continue the dive. Signal review, remember to review balik. This is my signal for okay. And if not okay, don't put your head. If you're not okay, you show this signal. But you have to alert me what is the problem. Just show, point your fingers to the problem. Your mask is not clearing, your BCD is having problem, your tank, just signal me or your body. Lepas tu roster and body check. Kalau misalnya, kalau kita nak cakap, kalau di situ ada shark, this is a sign for shark. Okay, ni clownfish, ini Nemo, ni triggerfish, catfish, okay. Blue spot,
Stingray.
Blue spotted ray. Blue spotted ray. Macam itulah. So benda tu yang popular dekat Batu Malang. So tunjuk macam tu. So kalau ada other point of interest, other interesting, I will bang my tank and then show look at what I am pointing. Okay. So kalau ada masing-masing, so everybody takes their turn, tengok belah, ni eel. Macam tu kan, tengok belah. Bagi chance orang yang lain, bagi dia orang seorang tengok. So kalau benda itu halus kan, macam especially macam eel kan, duduk kat bawah tu je. So seorang jalan lah. Tengoklah, bagi turn lah. Yang tak nak tengok tu tak apa lah. Poster, you ambil nama diorang and then make sure diorang ada tahu diorang punya PADI. Lepas tu, akhir sekali, lepas tu remember kalau misalnya kita di Blue Bubbles, kita remind the divers that we are a member of Greenfin. Greenfin ni very particular and sensitive about the conservation of environment. So make sure not touch or harm any aquatic life and so watch out your buoyancy. Pre-dive safety check, before we start our dive, before we descend, do your pre-dive safety check, BWRAF. So, perhatikan diorang buat, diorang punya dive safety check, seorang pun. Kalau ada mild current, buangkan tali line, suruh dia hold to the line, yang lain semua turun, dan baru kita descend sama. The next one, you get used to this. Lepas tu, you can refer to the slate masa you buat briefing tu. Sebelum tu, kau tanyalah dulu kan. Tanya boatman ke, tanya instructor ke. Kat sini apa aku nak cakap, apa point of interest dia. Macam mana kita nak buat, macam mana direction. So, you include on those points, all those points. 10 point tu. So, insert on your briefing tu nanti. Kita akan praktis ni masa kita buat boat dive. Orientation informs divers of the unique aspects of the particular dive environment. So you will lead the dive. Remember to bagi tahu dia macam mana dia nak kenal pasti. I am wearing a hood, black hood, or I am wearing green fins atau yellow fins, atau macam mana nak kenal pasti lah. Your is red color macam dan guide. And kalau you are behind, Faisal is wearing yellow jet fins. There is any problems, you can approach any of us. Inilah kalau kita jumpa point of interest yang betul-betul benda tu very, selalunya dekat 16 meter tu ada dekat celah-celah batu, dekat Batu Malang tu kalau kita pandai, our eyes are sharp, ada octopus. Macam ni kan, octopus tunjuk macam ni. So dekat bawah tu, sikit kasih octopus super. So seorang tengok dah. So selalu kalau dah biasa dengan batu, kita tahu dekat mana octopus selalu habitat dia ataupun turtles yang ada. So apabila turtles, dia orang seronok lah jumpa turtle kan. So, kalau turtle tu tengah makan tu, eel pun memang ada. So remember, be cautious about dia punya sting, jangan provoke the eel. How to minimize disturbing or damaging the environment. Kalau misalnya buoyancy dia orang divert pada tempat-tempat yang tak ada hard coral, pergi jauh sikit lah. Keep the soft hard corals. Project aware ni we will continue later on, tapi dekat sini ada 10 ways. Cukup memadai kita bagi tahu that jangan jaga you punya buoyancy, jangan pegang dan entangle you punya hoses kan, supaya benda tu mungkin akan tersangkut. Don't touch, see the but no touch. Okay, when I hold your you punya divers foot, maknanya you have to lift a little bit because you are hitting the corals basically. And bagi warning dia kata kalau corals ni kalau nak 1 inci pun 10 tahun. Just imagine kalau orang buat berapa inci, berapa puluh tahun. Okay, respect. Ada cara dah, jangan bagi warning secara harsh. Ini kita cara slow, kita nasihat, kita bagi tahu. Tapi kalau dia buat juga, then you have the rights about the dive, naik atas dan balik. Because kalau you hantar dia balik, because dia mengamuk, the dive center will defend you. Because basically, dia secara sengaja harming the aquatic life. You have all the rights. Everybody will support you. Don't worry. Let's go on to the exercise on the dive briefing, page 43.
If your role during the dive isn't obvious, it is common to explain what your role will be during a dive briefing. True.
Correct. Betul.
Okay. It is important to include an environmental orientation in dive briefing because doing so help divers dive in ways that minimize affect the environment. Yes. At nombor satu, yes. Familiarize those with little or no experience with the specific of the environment. Yes. Make it easier to find a game. No. It is required by international law. No. AB.
Correct. Number 3.
Which of the following are appropriate suggestions for helping divers minimize their effect on the environment? Do not allow gauges or alternate air source to dangle and drag. Yes. Don't handle, feed or ride on aquatic organism. Yes. Leave human artifact in place. Yes. Tapi kalau jumpa plastik macam mana? Ambil buang.
Itu lain macam. Human artifact tu macam rag
Betul.
ataupun dia artificial reef dipanggilkan. Iaitu ada volunteer buat lah, dia buat artificial reef kan. Benda tu janganlah diubah kan. Okay.
Human garbage lah ambil.
Dan selalunya macam benda-benda yang harta karun tapi tak tahulah, orang kalau GoPro dia ambil je kan. Takkan kau nak tengok je GoPro tu dekat bawah kan.
Set a good example, yes.
Example. Right. Okay. Last topic kita akan cover problem management. This is very big. Good problem solvers have a lot of tools. Kita knowledgeable, kita ada skillful, kita ada experience, kita ada equipment yang macam ada satu lagi macam extra equipment lah. Kalau apa-apa fault kita boleh guna equipment yang lain. Okay. Kita jangan memandai-mandai guna yang macam ala kadar adalah kita tahu equipment kita teruk, kita tetap pakai. As a dive professionals, you broadly prepare to handle problems by continuing to increase your knowledge, skill and experience. So experience probably you want to consider kalau nak pergi dive master, tunggulah aku jadi course director dulu kan, bulan 4. Rezeki kan, aku dapat course director dululah. Boleh kita jumpa lagi untuk IDC. Bagi time, jangan macam direct buat IDC. Macam give your time a little bit of experience to prepare mentally and physically untuk IDC. Lain macam dia punya stress dengan dive master, dia punya mental. Two types of problems, routine problems and unfamiliar problems. Routine problems ni selalu sangat berlaku, akan sering berlaku. So you have to overcome that, get prepared. Contoh dia, those you have seen before and already have solution for. Macam o-ring.
Habis.
O-ring. Selalu macam leaking kan. O-ring tu kita ada extra. Kalau kita tak ada extra tu, kita make sure dekat boat tu ada. Dia orang simpan extra o-ring. Selalu kata, leaking bang. Aduh, I dah mencari. Selalunya pun, dive center dia akan bagi satu extra tank. Tank tak cukup kan? Ataupun leaking kan? Tukar je tank yang satu. Tapi kalau dua problem, mana nak share lagi satu? Okay, still you have to have an extra o-ring untuk you punya tank. Unfamiliar situations you have never experienced or trained before and need to create solution. So benda tu you have to have a good judgment. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. InsyaAllah aku buat ni betul lah katakan sebab you have no experience. So you have to have a judgment. Pay attention to steps required to deal with each familiar or unfamiliar situation. Takut sangat kita baru kan dapatkan extra. Strap extra, mask extra, satu full extra. So takut misalnya lah ni salah kan. Adalah tools, semua kita bawa angkut masuk dalam tabut. Okay, be familiar with the dive site. Kalau tak familiar, Faisal aku tak nak lah briefing yang ni, aku tak suka kau lead dululah. Dam, kau lead yang ni ni aku tak biasa lagi. Takkanlah 3 kali pergi Batu Malang lepas tu kau tak nak lagi kot. Tak nak kau lah. Kali aku boleh lead, judgment, call. Incomplete information. Tak ada information yang cukup tentang dive site tu. What you punya judgment lah. Everybody will trust you because you're the professional. Apply judgment to dive supervision, evaluate dive conditions. Sekurang-kurangnya kita dah ada lah apa yang boleh lah gather the information. Yang lain semua kita tak tahu. Benda yang yakinkan kita. Nak katakan condition air tu tenang dah. Visibility okey dah. Apa lagi? Rasa yang lain semua judgment call. Gain experience by assisting other dive professionals. Jadi you assist dulu. When in doubt, conservative. Apa yang selalu dibuat, yang selalunya di-apply during the any dive. So itu yang kita buat. Cram. Cram dah okey dah. Kita tahu kita buat cram release. Selalunya panic, bergelabah. Apa aku nak buat dah sudah. Kan? So pegang. Oh relax boleh dah. Oh dia menggelapkan relax. Kalau dah tak boleh, apa kau nak buat? Dah sudahlah. Saya nak buat. Okay everybody and the dive. Let's go up. Dah seorang ni dah tak boleh dah. Dia so you make your call. Everybody listen to you. But diorang dah nurse dah. Aku dah tak boleh. Takkan aku nak tinggalkan korang kot Mamat ni. So we have to dive, signal, gam dia and the dive. Make sure the regulator is jangan sampai dia drowning. Very unlikely tapi manalah tahu benda tu boleh berlaku. To develop good judgment avoid letting emotions or desires influence your judgment. Jangan gunakan emosi sebuah judgment. Sabar dan fikir, stop, think and act. So you make your good judgment. Jangan masukkan emosi dalam tu. Jangan nak marah-marah. Everybody in a stress. Don't make situation worse. Continue your education and gain dive experience. So that's why I said bagi masa sikit. So you gain a little bit experience sebagai dive master sebab di instructor cabaran dia berbeza. Every dive problem is slightly different. Masing-masing ada similarity. Kita tak boleh nak belajar semua dalam rescue tapi masing-masing ada problem yang lain. Different lah dia punya case. General step, identify the problem precisely, inventory your resources. Create several possible solutions. Test, assess the revise and revise. Just solutions as you. Okay? So, the main important is stop, think and act lah. Kita dah tahu dah semua tu. Tapi nak apply yang mana satu yang dive rescue skill yang kita nak apply kan kali ni. Panic pun kita guna panic divers. Tengoklah juga badan dia berapa besar kan saat lagi dia panjat atas kita kan. So, badan besar. Aku tak boleh buat yang macam ni. So, aku buat yang macam mana. So, kita nak inflate dia punya BCD ni. Badan dia besar. So, you approach from behind the underwater. Dia tak perasan kan dia duduk menggelupur dekat atas. Kita tak boleh nak cakap, diver, are you okay? So, dia nampak je kita dah memang nak serkap kita lah. So, we go from underneath. Kita cair dia punya inflator, biarkan dia je. Tengok aja dia. Okay tak? Dia menggelupur je. Dia dah penat, dia stop lah. Okay. Lepas tu kita tow lah. Sebab ni kalau kes yang badan besar daripada kita 2 kali ganda, lepas tu tak nak dengar cakap. Because that is panic, memang dia tak akan dengar kita punya instruction. Tu je dia relax, dia penat, dia relax lah. So kita dah tak boleh nak snorkel dah. So kita tow sampai ke boat. Kalau misalnya ada experience, ada accident, you will be in charge. Everybody will listen to you. All the certified level will listen to you. Dia tunggu arahan. Tepi. Seorang call EMS. Seorang call. Seorang cari oksigen. Seorang buka dive. Diorang akan ikut you punya arahan. Okay? Because you in charge. Because you the highest level. Kalau ada orang yang lain yang boleh in charge, let them in charge lah. So kita ikut arahan ataupun kita jangan nak menjebuk-jebuk. Ikut arahan tu satu persatu. Flow steps. Yang ni komis masa rescue plan. And I want you to do a rescue emergency assistance plan during our rescue nanti. I need you to do an emergency action plan. Assistance plan. Emergency assistance plan. Ni wajib because I missed during the rescue course. Emergency assistance plan. Macam mana kita nak buat during the emergency. Ada satu situation lah dan you dengan the rescue diver tu dia ada case yang beza lah. You cannot share the information. Masih ada assignment yang berbeza. Later on you will recall balik you punya skill rescue diver course. Act your plan. BLS is basic life. Maknanya kita buat CPR. Macam mana? You akan undergo, tapi diorang ni dah buat dah. Diorang punya EFR. So basically you akan buat rescue skill exercise 7, maknanya breathing at the surface. Last, kita buat exercise on knowledge review, page 0.5.
You prepare for problem that may occur at dive site by having a strong knowledge base to draw on. Yes. Having spare scuba equipment, yes. Taking tools and other handy materials to the dive site. Yes. Continuing your education in diving and non-diving courses, yes.
Right. Betul.
You must apply judgment when you have to decide something with incomplete information. Yes. Without taking time to think about it. No. And the information available doesn't point to a clear decision. Yes. Based on purely on how you feel. No.
Right. Number 3.
The first step in handling a problem is to inventory your resources. Yes. Yeah. The first, no. False. Try again. Laju sangat tekan. Kita belum jumpa soalan
The
lagi.
first step in handling a problem is to inventory your resources. The first step is not in handling, yang itu the predive. Okay?
False.
Not the first step. It's after that, before.
When supervising certified divers, your most likely as a dive master in the event of a dive accident is to assist someone who is qualified. False.
Okay, let's move on. Kita ada masa lagi. Kita buat terus knowledge review. Alhamdulillah. InsyaAllah kita siapkan. Page 51.
As a dive master, your role is generally to provide broad planning that other divers use to plan their individual buddy team dives with it. List 3 ways that wind can affect dive condition. Wind can cause upwelling that affects the water. Wind can cause upwelling that affect the water temperature and visibility. Wind can generate wave and surge.
Alright.
Okay, the rule of thumb is that it is best to dive at slack high tide, but this is a general rule. Okay.
Next.
List 3 broad considerations when planning dive for remote area. Logistic, airfield, sleeping, food, lodging, everything. And then second is the emergency, medical supply, transport, extra oxygen. Okay, and number 3 is self-sufficient. Communication.
5.
Primary reason for having and using accounting procedures is to be sure every diver return from the dive. Incident reports indicate that problem with this usually result from failure to use an accounting procedure at all. The third one.
Alright. 6.
Okay, list 6 characteristics of responsible diver behavior. Plan dives within experience atau training, knowledge, properly equip or up-to-date equipment, maintain equipment and check it, check air frequently and end with reserve. Okay, stay well within no stop limit and avoid contact of the the aquatic life.
Right.
What are 4 ways you can encourage responsible diver behavior? Good role model, responsible behavior, reward responsible behavior of the diver, and then remind about responsibility of behavior.
Right.
Good model, suggest, okay, yes. Paying attention to divers' behavior may help you assess for apprehension or stress related to the dive.
Correct.
Yeah.
9.
Okay. Sign and symptoms of psychological stress includes being uncharacteristically withdrawn, yes. Talkativeness, yes. Irritability, yes. Distraction, yes. Perceptual narrowing, yes. All of the above.
Semualah.
Yeah.
Okay. 10.
Before a dive along a wall that drops into extremely deep water, you notice a diver seems preoccupied and withdrawn. You talk to the diver and learn the person doesn't feel adequately skilled with buoyancy control and fears descending out of control, giving an example of helping this diver by removing the stressor. You can change the dive site or the dive plan. Okay, atau you move the boat lah kan to another new site. and then guide the diver to the side away from the deep water.
Yes.
Okay, list the 4 aspects of supervision in managing dives and identify what each consists of. Planning, communication, recognition, vantage point.
Next 12.
Okay, list 8 types of equipment that can assist in supervising certified diver. Okay, one is report, dive roster, emergency oxygen, AED, first aid kit, life ring buoyancy device, communication device, radio, telephone, toolkit with spares, dive flag, spare scuba equipment, apa lagi ya? Dive site map. Oh, binoculars. Binoculars tak ada. Okay. Okay. 13. List 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages of in-water supervision. In water, close to divers. Advantages, close to divers, and then guide divers and point out aquatic life. Disadvantages, you can only watch one group. And you limit the ability to explore independently. Okay, list 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages of out of water supervision. Number 1, advantages, close to emergency related equipment.
Yeah.
Give buddies more individual options. Okay, disadvantage is you can't remind divers of the procedure, unable to show point of interest.
Right.
List 10 points of dive briefing usually include
Keyword saja. Only the keyword.
keyword saja. Dive site name.
Yeah.
Lepas tu dive site description. Lepas tu your role, entry exit procedure, dive procedure, emergency procedure, signal review, body check, environmental, lepas tu pre-dive safety check.
Right.
Okay, list 3 ways you can prepare to handle novel problems at the dive site. Novel problem. Increase your knowledge, skills, experience, strong knowledge in dive theory and experience. Okay, number 2, physical resources and extra, and to be able to adapt to problem with the equipment. And then continue education ataupun gather physical resources lah. And then ni nombor 17. It is important to include an environmental orientation in dive briefing because it helps divers dive so that they minimize effect to the environment and familiarize those with little or no experience with the specifics of the environment. True? Betul? True?
18.
To help divers interact responsibly with the environment, you should suggest that they dive carefully to protect the ecosystem. Yes. Secure gauges or alternate air source. Yes. Only pick up creature. No. Respect underwater life and be a role model. Yes. 1, 2, 4. Okay.
Next, number 19.
You develop good judgment through experience. When making decisions that involve doubt and when making decisions in areas with which you have less experience are on the conservative side.
Last.
You're leading a group of 12 meters, 40-foot charter dive boat. The captain yells to you that water is rising slowly on the bilge. There's no imminent danger because the bilge pump are keeping up with it. But action is required. Following the problem-solving steps, you and the captain examine below the decks and discover that the cooling hose leading outboard has ruptured. What would you do next? Recall the divers to alert them of the situation. Maksudnya just to make the divers aware. Okay, and then create several possible solutions in case the problem arises. So you're already prepared with the solution and choose the best atau resources ataupun energy to overcome the solution.
Did you say assess and revise solutions as you go? Choose the best.
Huh?
Choose the best. Choose the
Assess
best and
and
devote.
revise solution as you go. Yalah, maksudnya you choose the possible solution
Okay.
and then you choose the best
Solution.
solution and then you assess lah and revise. In case
Right.
anything that thing happens, you already prepared for it.
Okay. Last one.
Okay, 21. When managing an emergency situation, when delegating tasks, one advantage you have as a dive master is that you always have a lot of rescue divers on hand. No, your training lets you handle anything. No, people expect you to take charge and will do what you ask if you're able. Yes.
Right. Okay, sekian saja untuk kali ini. Kita dah cover section 2 of the supervising dalam Dive Master course. Terima kasih kerana menonton video ini. Jangan lupa untuk subscribe kepada YouTube channel ini. Tekan like, tekan subscribe dan tekan loceng anda. Jika anda mempunyai sebarang masalah ataupun ingin menyertai Dive Master course, anda boleh tengok kepada bahagian description. Dan jumpa lagi.